we're on a 5-day here, so Australia's escaped the follow-on by 5 runs.
I reckon
that's the good news for listeners back home.
Well, I reckon he'd be happy with that suffer. I was thinking, well, I don't have to make the decision.
No, take it. It's much easier sometimes.
Yeah, I was thinking 150, that's right.
Well, it's like losing the toss sometimes. If it's a green wicket and a bit cloudy, love to lose the toss.
Yeah.
It's not your fault then.
Exactly right. Birmingham, 2005.
Brisbane. 2002. Poor old captains who choose to bowl first. If you bat first and get massacred, no one says, oh, it's a terrible decision to bat first. If you bowl first and it happens, everyone rags you for the rest of your career.
Yeah. Why did you bat on that? No, they never say that.
They never say that. No. It's part of the great mythology of Test cricket. Completely unfair. Bilal, he's had success. He's dropping short from the first ball of his next over, and Tim Payne gets the first ball out of the middle, which at least feels nice, except he's cracked it straight to backward point. So there's no run.
No respite for Tim Payne, the captain out there. Keeper to keeper.
He is surrounded. He's got the star formation of close catches. Bilal drawing a forward defensive stroke. Nicely played by Payne. Just opened the face a bit on that defensive shot and was able to knock a single into the covers. 88 for 6.
And Labuschagne will be thinking, well, maybe not thinking, but Aaron Finch's dismissal was very similar to Labuschagne's dismissal in the first Test, first innings. That little prod forward and just a lazy little inside edge. So they have to be tight on the defensive shots to Bilal, because he gets a lot of top spin. He's more over the top wrist spinner.
He's bowling now to Marnus Labuschagne, who's flicking the ball off his pads for a run down behind square leg. That was capably enough managed. 89 for 6. Labuschagne into double figures. Payne back on strike on 1.
Yesterday we saw Nathan Lyon bowling from the same end as Bilal is at the moment. 4 wickets in 4 balls in that first session of play, really in the last hour of the first session.
Defensive stroke from Payne back to the bowler. So by those standards, Australia's handling the off spinner well.
Yeah,
got exactly. Through nearly 2 overs with only 1 wicket.
Yeah, and Tim Payne as a keeper, has been up close and personal with the pitch, so he'll know. Going to play
to Payne, flicking it down towards mid-on, who's set quite deep. Places it just wide of him, so comfortably through for the single. 90 for 6.
And I'll be thinking about lunch, really. I'll be thinking, right, we've just got to get to the next break, get through this little period.
Well, it's been a disastrous first session for Australia already. They've just got to make sure the damage isn't total. Last recognised batting pair must put together a partnership. Payne driving back to the bowler, who fields between his ankles. And 90 for 6 after 33 overs. You're on Wisden.com Test Match Cricket. The first session brought to you by Cbus Super, for everyone in building and construction. Thanks to them for their support to help us get on the airwaves. For the Australians in not making the most of those starts. Yasir to start a new over. Bowling to Payne, who's defending back down the wicket. The Kookaburra blade coming through the line of the ball. There's no run.
Yasir Shah's just locked in, isn't he, this end? He's bowling from at the moment. He's got in good revs on the ball, good dip, good pace, good bounce, bit of turn. He just seems like he's locked in for a long spell.
He'll bowl all day here, as long as it takes. They may not bat all day as Payne defends off the back foot, off his off stump. Happy just to see out the bowling. He seemed pretty comfortable against Yasir in Dubai. Different conditions here. 2 slips, 2 bat pads.
I think this is just turning more off the centre of the pitch. In Dubai, it wasn't really turning that much, more out of the foot marks.
Yasir in at the stumps, off the back foot again. Payne will dart a single this time as he punches it into a gap in the covers. 91 for 6 the score. Looking,
and I think this pitch is just slow enough where they can afford to
inside his leg stump, going back on the stumps, cutting the ball off the woodwork again and again yesterday.
Yeah, you'd think, I reckon, you've probably got to bowl a little bit quicker so the batsman can't quite adjust.
Yes, here. A bit slow. And Labuschagne slaps that with a bit of a wristy across the line and thwack, and it ends up at mid-off. That's an unorthodox shot.
Well, it was, because it was full spinning away leg spinner, and he's just tried to drive it hard through that offside and mistimed it horribly. So Yasser won't mind that. He won't mind throwing a little bit wider and a little bit fuller. He's got two slips catching.
Yes, here. On the middle stump, defended, striding forward to that. There's no run this time. So Labuschagne, big job ahead of him. He's got to prove himself as a batsman at test level. He's been very useful with the ball. 3 wickets on day one, a couple of wickets in Dubai, but it's not what he's there for primarily. Drives away, thick outside edge, wasn't the controlled stroke, straight to point. 91 for 6 after 34 overs on Wisden.com Test Match Cricket.
Around about 3 minutes to go before the lunch break. Bilal actually bowls quite quickly. They might try and squeeze 2 overs in here, but you think this will be the last one. The Australians would definitely want it to be the last one. They won't be in a hurry to get back and get set.
No real rush from the Pakistan field. They're having a chat, wandering about, so they don't look too fussed. I agree. I would have thought they'd look to rush through and get 12 balls at this out of sorts Australian batting lineup. 4 for 71 in the session so far this morning.
27 overs, so the over rate's been pretty good after having the 2 quicks bowled nearly one end combined.
Mohamed Abbas tremendous again this morning. We'll run you through all that's happened once we hit the lunch break, but for now, Bilal Asif bowling to the Australian captain Tim Payne, defending off the back foot into the onside.
And there's a bit of turnout there for the spinners today. A bit similar to Nathan Lyon yesterday. Bilal, as we keep saying, gets a lot more bounce and topspin, but he's definitely turning it there. So there's enough on offer to keep the spinners interested. It's not as if it was like Dubai, where it just sort of kicked on.
Bilal to Payne, whips it away down to mid-on, straight to the field, no run. Interesting character, Bilal Asif. He's quite a tall, rangy sort of spinner, not so much the diminutive subcontinental quick arm action type. He lopes in and loops the ball down every delivery. Does so again, landing right on the return crease, driven to mid-off.
Yeah, for our listeners, I reckon it's very similar to Harbhajan. Harbhajan's got that nice tall accent, and he's quite tall as well, and he comes up high over the top, gets a lot of top spin on the ball. It's not necessarily the ball turning square, but it's the fraction turn and the bounce that's always difficult, where it brings that short leg into play, and also the catching mid-wicket. Got a leg slip in there. It's got a first slip, a leg slip, and a catching short leg.
Bilal it up, hit on the pad, going back onto the back foot, and umpire Ravi gives it. Tim Payne has been given. He will have to refer it because this is the only chance for Australia to stay in the game. Yeah. He does T-bone towards umpire Ravi, but I think he's on the back leg.
I don't know. I think it's missing leg. I just felt straight away, and Ravi, I'm not confident with him at the stumps there, but I think that was missing leg. I'd be very surprised if the referral here doesn't show that. I thought it turned, it bounced. Yes, he played it on the back foot, but he was looking to turn it through the leg side. I think he's all right, Tim Payne. I'll go early.
Umpire Richard Kettleborough in the third umpire's booth.